everyone, welcome back to Bookish Blonde. Thanks for being here today. Today's video is just going to be short and sweet. I have 5 book recommendations off my shelves based upon August theme word. August theme word is August. So I thought it would be fun to pick 5 books off my shelf that awed me in one way or another. This may be a beautiful cover, beautiful writing, amazing plot twist, all of the things. So here we go. Let's just get started. The first one is Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. I have not read this author yet, but this is one of the most beautiful books, in my opinion. It is so detailed. And this is romantasy. Devney Perry normally writes romance, so I think this is her debut into the fantasy romantasy genre. So that's really exciting. So I'm excited to try it. But yeah, my jaw literally dropped in awe when I saw this naked cover. And then look at the end pages. It's full artwork. I don't know what the artwork means yet, but full artwork on both sides. It's just so beautiful. Even the chapter numbers, I'll find it, are like in an old English style font, which is just so pretty. It's such a pretty book. This book, like I said, is romantasy. We are following a princess who's about 23, and she is, I believe, yes. Let me start from the beginning. Long ago, the gods unleashed monsters upon the 5 kingdoms of Calandra to remind us that humans are insignificant, that we must pray to the gods for mercy throughout our fragile lives. I didn't need a deity to remind me I was powerless. Being a princess had never been more than a performance, 23 years of empty titles and hollow traditions. My sister revels in the spectacle, basking in the attention and flawlessly playing the part. I was never asked to be part of her charade. Until the day an infamous monster hunter sailed to our shores. The day a prince walked into my father's throne and ruined my life. The day I married a stranger, signed a magical treaty in blood, and set off across the continent to the most treacherous kingdom in all the realm. That was the day I learned that not all myths are make-believe, that lies and legends are often the same, and that the only way to kill the monsters we fear is to become one. Sounds amazing. Even the back is pretty. So there is that first one. Okay, second one awed me because the plot twist in this book, throughout the whole book, just blew my mind because I didn't see any of it coming. It was very action-packed, and that is The Fourth Monkey by J.D. Barker. This is a trilogy. I binge read this trilogy, which is rare for me. I tend to read one, make plans to read a second one, and then just don't follow through with it because other things get in the way. But this is one that I could not put down. So this is about a serial killer. It's a detective. If you liked the movie Seven or Silence of the Lambs, those kind of style movies and books, you would love this. So I feel like no one talks about this. It says Seven meets the Silence of the Lambs in this dark and twisting novel. So we have the 4-monkey killer who has been terrorizing the residents of Chicago. His body is found, and police quickly realize he was on his way to deliver one final message. And this message proves that his last girl he took may be alive. And then Detective Sam Porter is the lead investigator. We have clues, we have a fast pace, we have twists, we have a past timeline that is the diary of the serial killer. So you're learning what's going on in his mind and how he became this way. And you're also racing against the clock. And I just was like amazed when I read this. I said, why has no one talked about this? It was a random book I picked up and I thought it was so good. I definitely want to reread this trilogy at one point. This was amazing. Try that one. Okay, the next one awed me for the writing style. This is a beautiful cover as well. This is The Child Finder by Rene Denfeld. This is a shorter book, but it packed so much punch. This one has a mystery in it. It's hard-hitting as well, and the writing was just beautiful. Another one I want to reread someday and tab up because I read this a long time ago. But there's a girl named Madison who disappeared in Oregon's forest when they were picking out a Christmas tree. She would be 8 years old now if she survived. Desperate to find their beloved daughter, the Culvers turned to Naomi, a private investigator with an uncanny talent for locating the lost and missing. Known to the police as a select group of parents as the child finder, Naomi is the Culvers' last hope. So she obviously goes to the Pacific Northwest, is searching for this girl. Then she starts to uncover the truth behind Madison's disappearance. Is she dead? Is she alive? And as she's finding Madison, searching for Madison, looking for her, you watch her deal with some stuff from her childhood and her past. And so this is just so much more than just a mystery. Oh my gosh, I was just, again, awed. That's the whole point of this video. And I wish more people were talking about this book as well. There's that one. Okay. Next one awed me for the plot twist again. This is one of my favorite Alice Feeney's. This is Rock, Paper, Scissors. Another one I could not put down. I thought this was so clever. So you have a couple who's going to like a remote cabin to try to rekindle their marriage. It's failing. It's their anniversary, and this story is kind of told through different anniversaries. She gives them different gifts, and there's letters for each of the anniversaries, and you're watching what happened to their marriage, how they got where they are now. Super thrilling, super, I don't like that. It was very thrilling. It was super. So try this one out. If you haven't read this Alice Feeney, you'll love it. And then this is a historical fiction that awed me because not only the writing and the story itself, but I literally do not know one other person or heard of one other person that has read this book. This is about a comfort woman, her story. So we're following Anna Carlson. She travels to America from America to a Korean orphanage to help locate her birth mother, and she's devastated to learn that the woman is already dead. But just when it seems the search is over, a stranger hands her a parcel containing an antique comb and an address. That scrap of paper leads Anna to an apartment of the poor yet elegant Hong Jae-hee. Jae recounts an epic tale that begins with the Japanese occupation of Korea and China during World War II, when more than 200,000 Korean women were forced to serve the soldiers as comfort women. If you don't know what that is, you don't want to be a comfort woman. So Anna discovers that the precious tortoise shell comb with its two-headed ivy dragon has survived against all odds through generations of her family's women. And as its origins become clearer, Anna realizes that along with a comb, she inherits a legacy of resilience, courage, love, redemption beyond her wildest imagination. This blew me away. This actually, I think, is a duology or a trilogy. I think actually it's a trilogy. I do have them in like my Amazon wish list because at some point I want to own all of them, reread this one, and continue. And as much historical World War II historical fiction that is out there, this just hit differently, and it was so good. I cried in this book. I couldn't put it down. The writing was very, very good. Not too poetic and lyrical to where you're like, okay, enough, but to the point, but in a poetic prose kind of way. Kind of hard to explain, but I was blown away by this. So there you have it. 5 books that awed me in one way or another. Have you read any of these? If you haven't, what are you doing? Pick them up. And is this on anyone's radar? Because I want to read this sooner rather than later, but we'll see. So yeah, these books are definitely strong recommendations from me and to you guys. I hope you pick some up. What are some books that awed you? Put those down in the chat below. Thanks as always for being here today, and I will see you guys in my next video. Happy reading. Bye.